This shit is sick. Okay. Do I even need to say it? You see the title. If you don't know what this game was, if you didn't hear the music that was being thrown out of this game in like 2000, dude, it's like, it's so good. But for its time, it was like revolutionary. I told myself I wanted to remix this a long time ago and I never got to it, and I said fuck it and tried, and I'm super happy with where we got. This is another one of those situations where I hear the first word of the song and I'm just like, anyways, so basically I'm just going to be going through the different elements of it, what I did with the actual effects from the song, and then the dubstep stuff that I added, the drums. People are telling me they wanted to hear more sound design stuff, so this one's pretty simple, so it'll be a lot easier for me to explain it, because usually I do a lot of resampling, and this one I just did a few things for resampling in terms of the actual dubstep synths. So yeah, so starting from the top, basically like I ended up looping the Jet Set Radio song just so that it fit in phrase with 8 bars. Pitched it down obviously because copyright reasons, and then just looped it on the build and then soloed this out. And then that was basically just pitched down and then pitched back up with the transposition in Ableton. And then in terms of the vocals that I actually grabbed from the game, all the parts that I could find that were kind of dry vocals, some of them still had some background stuff over it, but I don't know. I tried to make the song full enough to the point where you couldn't really hear them, but like this one's like monster. Another monster. And then that's nice. But yeah, that's pretty much the only real things I got from the actual game itself. It was really hard to try and find things because it was so loaded, and like, you know, it's an old song, so the quality of it was pretty hard. Plus I just like ripped an MP3, tried to make it 320 kbps, but I don't even know if it ended up being like that, because yeah. Anyways, the big thing that carries the synths on this is like a saw layer that I have on top of the sub. So it's like this. And you can see here it's the plugins, but the actual serum patch itself is really simple. It's just a saw and a noise filter, distortion. That's it. And the sub was doing the exact same thing. Here are my effects I put on here, and just regular analog BD sign. Nothing in here. A lot of the samples from this game are like super funky, so I wanted to grab something that was like disco-y, so I grabbed new disco samples off of Splice. And then I wanted to get that like bass slap thing just as like a cool swing, and then just chord change right here. So with the synths, it's pretty simple. I basically just had background shit, panned it, and then the actual only real synth in here that is here, these are all the same thing, but this is just like a laser, and I put Saturator, Corpus, OTT, Disperser, Saturator, Transient Shaper, M Saturator, and then I did a parallel processing with the grain delay, vocoder, erosion, disperser. I don't know why this is here. It should be on stereo. And then convulsion and frequency shifter. And I automated the frequency shifter, the pitch on the grain delay, and the tune on the Corpus to kind of give the laser its different tones. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it. These guys were just resampled versions of the laser with no effects on it. I just stretched it and did texture mode to it. I kind of wanted to keep this song more simple because I feel like if it was some super complex drop, it wouldn't fit the style of like the original part before it, which is why I tried to keep the patterns as simple as possible. But, you know, I mean, I know they are like off time, which is kind of like the style I was going for, but I wanted it to be like groovy in a way with the synths. The next thing is the drums, just my regular drums I use, just hip-hop kicks. This is the stuff I put on it, just a little bit of distortion, transient shaper. The claps, parallel process, and I boosted them a little bit because they were kind of drowned out, and the song's really loud. I'm probably going to clean up the mix at some point, but I'm happy with it right now. Hats panned 1/4 to the left, 1/4 to the right. That was a whole process. I mean, with the build, I put some snares in there to roll up, fade in, and then kind of cut out at the end so it didn't get too loud with the auto filter. As far as the intro goes, some sweeps, you know, downlifter. Yeah. for me to try to put into words how happy I was. Oh my god, I can't even. For me to try and explain how excited I am that I was actually able to like make something that slightly like holds up to the music in this game, like as a remix. I am. This game was like my whole childhood. Like this game, Halo, Fusion Frenzy. If you guys know, freaking what the fuck, Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is my remix thing, edit, bootleg thing. Some news. I'm going to be starting my Patreon in 10 days, 13, 11 days, next month. Yeah, I'm going to be having a bunch of tiers on there for lessons, feedback, song of the month for like a $10 tier. The usual stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys around.